Now where did we put that envelope? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 early Oscar contenders you need to see. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at 2018 movies that have received critical admiration and/or awards buzz, suggesting they'll be significant contenders at the Oscars. Number 10, Widows.
You have no idea, do you? Or did you choose not to know?
Ocean's 8 isn't this year's only female-driven heist movie. Of course, where that film was pure popcorn escapism, this thriller could pull off a bigger score come award season. Academy Award winner Viola Davis leads an all-star ensemble as the recently widowed Veronica. Teaming up with 3 other widows who lost their husbands during a heist gone wrong, Veronica sets out to finish the job.
My husband left me the plans for his next job. All I need is a crew to pull it off.
Director Steve McQueen previously brought us the Best Picture-winning 12 Years a Slave and co-wrote the screenplay with Gillian Flynn of Gone Girl fame. With a lineup like this, it's not surprising that Widows was met with an overwhelmingly positive reception following its premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival.
Now the best thing we have going for us is being who we are. Why? Because no one thinks we have the balls to pull this off.
Number 9, Hereditary.
My mother was a very secretive and private woman. She had private rituals, private friends, private anxieties.
Being a horror movie, Hereditary might seem like an unconventional Oscar nominee. Of course, last year's Get Out fell under the horror umbrella, and it received a Best Picture nomination, not to mention a win for Best Original Screenplay. Going back even further, the Academy recognized The Exorcist and Rosemary's Baby, both of which share a great deal in common with this modern classic.
Excuse me, you don't think I'm gonna take care of you?
But when you die...
While Hereditary may prove a bit too disturbing for some Oscar voters, we'd be shocked if it didn't at least get nominations for its sets, musical score, and sound design. Toni Collette is also a strong contender for Best Actress, which would mark her first Oscar nomination since The Sixth Sense.
Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
Number 8, 8th Grade.
So, the topic of today's video is being yourself.
The Academy has a soft spot for independent coming-of-age comedies. With a 98% approval score on Rotten Tomatoes, this Sundance favorite seems poised to follow in the footsteps of Best Picture nominees like Juno and Lady Bird. Writer-director Bo Burnham, who began his career as a YouTuber over 10 years ago, should nab a nomination for his funny, timely, and painfully honest screenplay.
By the way, I like your shirt a lot. It's like, so cool. What?
While it could be a long shot considering her age and the stiff competition, we wouldn't be surprised if star Elsie Fisher became one of the youngest Best Actress nominees in Oscar history. Plus, Studio A24 is now a major award season player, and 8th Grade is likely their best foot forward.
You never know what's next, and that's what makes things exciting and scary and fun.
Number 7, If Beale Street Could Talk.
You ready for this?
I've never been more ready for anything in my whole life.
Speaking of A24, the studio officially hit the big time in 2017 when Barry Jenkins' Moonlight won Best Picture. Jenkins' follow-up film, If Beale Street Could Talk, is being distributed by Annapurna Pictures and produced by Plan B Entertainment, both of which are synonymous with Oscar gold. The story centers on a pregnant woman whose husband is convicted of a crime he didn't commit.
I hold you in my arms. I gotta hold our baby in my arms.
We'll find a way.
This adaptation of James Baldwin's provocative and still relevant novel was a standout at TIFF, where it became the first runner-up for the People's Choice Award. Critics have also praised the cast across the board, with 3-time Emmy winner Regina King being singled out as a favorite for Best Supporting Actress.
And if you trusted love this far, don't panic now. Trust it all the way.
Number 6, BlacKkKlansman.
Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling. Well, who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God, last time I checked. What can I do you for?
Although he received an Academy Honorary Award in 2015, Spike Lee has, shockingly, never won a competitive Oscar.
So the entertainment industry really is out to get Spike Lee.
That may finally change in 2019, as the overdue filmmaker directed, co-wrote, and co-produced this thought-provoking dramedy. Denzel Washington's son, John David, gives a breakthrough performance as Ron Stallworth, an African-American detective who infiltrates the KKK.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America.
While the premise might sound far-fetched, BlacKkKlansman is actually based on Stallworth's memoir. The film's skillful direction, brilliant dialogue, and social relevance helped it to win the Grand Prix at the Cannes Film Festival, with a few Oscar nominations seemingly on the horizon.
Power to the people.
All power to all the people.
All power to all the people.
That's right, sister.
For you, it's a crusade. For me, it's a job.
Number 5. The Favorite.
Dearest Queen, you are mad. Giving me a palace.
The Academy can rarely resist a British period piece, but that's far from the only thing The Favorite has going for it. Director Yorgos Lanthimos, who previously scored an Oscar nomination for The Lobster, brings us this biographical drama about two cousins determined to outshine one another as Queen Anne's favorite.
If you do not go, I will start kicking you. And I will not stop.
The film unites a trio of acclaimed actresses with Best Actress winner Emma Stone as Abigail Masham, Best Supporting Actress winner Rachel Weisz as Sarah Churchill, and Golden Globe winner Olivia Colman as Anne, Queen of Great Britain. The enthusiastic reviews out of the Venice Film Festival bode well for all three actresses, and the film itself appears to be an Oscar favorite.
This is madness.
Sometimes a lady likes to have some fun.
Number 4. Roma. Set in the early 1970s, this beautifully shot drama from Academy Award winner Alfonso Cuarón follows a family in Mexico City over the course of 1 year. Mexico selected Roma as their entry for Oscar's Best Foreign Language Film category, which makes sense since it already won the Golden Lion at Venice. Will this translate into a Best Picture victory just like it did for The Shape of Water? Well, Roma will have an uphill battle since a foreign language film has never won the Academy's top prize, and some voters have an outspoken bias against distributor Netflix. If the Academy is ready to embrace change, however, Roma could break new grounds on Oscar Sunday. Number 3. Green Book.
Some guy called over here, a doctor. He's looking for a driver. You interested?
In 2016, Adam McKay went from directing Will Ferrell comedies to winning an Oscar for The Big Short. Peter Farrelly, who directed Dumb and Dumber and There's Something About Mary, might follow a similar path with his latest film, Green Book.
You in the Deep South? There's gonna be problems.
Oscar nominee Viggo Mortensen plays a nightclub bouncer who becomes the driver for a black pianist in the 1960s, played by Oscar winner Mahershala Ali. It's kind of like driving Miss Daisy, but with the races reversed. On a tour throughout the Deep South, the two men form an unlikely friendship in a profound story based on real-life experiences. Taking home the People's Choice Award at TIFF, Green Book hits all the right notes.
What do we do about the bones? We do this.
Pick it up, Tony. Squirrels would have ate it anyway. Pick it up.
Number 2. First Man.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Be an adventure.
First Man has all the makings of a certified Best Picture nominee. For starters, the plot revolves around the Apollo 11 moon landing, one of the most significant events in human history. The Oscar-winning talent involved includes screenwriter Josh Singer of Spotlight and director Damien Chazelle of La La Land. This film sees Chazelle re-team with star Ryan Gosling as Neil Armstrong and Academy Award-winning composer Justin Hurwitz.
Neil, if this flight is successful, you'll go down in history. What kind of thoughts do you have about that?
We're planning on the flight being successful.
Claire Foy, who's fresh off a Primetime Emmy win for her work on The Crown, has also been pegged as a Best Supporting Actress frontrunner for her performance as Armstrong's wife, Janet Sheeran. There's little doubt First Man could go through the stratosphere.
Do you think you're coming back?
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Or even want to.
What you're going through right now is just a moment.
A moment.
Yeah.
A moment.
I know your heart has more within it than the men who counsel you.
You would do well to watch your words.
I will not be scolded by my inferior.
Courage is the solution to despair. Reason provides no answers.
Number 1. A Star is Born.
Maybe it's time to let the old ways die.
Judy Garland notoriously lost the Oscar for her legendary performance in the 1954 remake of A Star is Born. If the reviews out of Venice are any indication, Lady Gaga may pull off a feat that not even Garland could.
I don't sing my own songs.
Why?
I just don't feel comfortable.
In addition to starring in this modern update of the timeless classic, Gaga also helped it craft the celebrated soundtrack. While Gaga has soaked up much of the buzz, Bradley Cooper is in a position to receive even more Oscar nominations, as the film's co-lead, director, co-writer, and co-producer, not to mention a contributor on several songs. The road to Oscar glory can be unpredictable, but the stars are already aligning for this film. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.